Graduands, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for students from the School of Art and Design. Welcome also to our honorary graduand, David Collier, OBE. The university takes great care in offering these invitations, and we are delighted when persons of such distinction agree to join our community. David, I know that you will be an inspiration to our students, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts a little later in our proceedings. Today's event is being live streamed, so welcome also to family and friends who join us for this ceremony from around the world. Graduation is a memorable event in anybody's life. It marks the end of a journey of academic endeavour. It signifies the successful conclusion of one stage of life and the beginning of the next. These ceremonies are a highlight of the academic year for us. They're a time when we celebrate and share in the success of our students. I would like to congratulate you personally on your academic achievements. However, no one makes this academic journey on their own. I ask you, therefore, to pause for a moment and remember those who've supported you along the way, in particular, your families, your friends, and your tutors. Graduands, please join me in a round of applause to thank all those, whether sitting behind you or watching across the world, who've helped you on this journey. Graduation ceremonies are also an opportunity to celebrate the successes of the university over the past year. 2018 is a significant year for Nottingham Trent University, a year of remarkable achievements during the 12 months when we reach our 175th anniversary. Our recent successes are grounded in 175 years of tradition, starting with the Nottingham Government School of Design, our founding college. Opened in 1843, the focus then, to support the development of skills and innovation to drive economic prosperity, continues to characterise NTU today. And the accolades that we've received this year recognise our excellence in learning and teaching, linked to our ambition to transform the lives of the over 30,000 students who study with us. Firstly, Nottingham Trent University is the Times Higher Education University of the Year, the most prestigious award within UK higher education. We are also proud to be the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide Modern University of the Year. The active way we engage with employers and thus enhance the employability of our graduates underpinned this award. NTU was also awarded the gold standard in the National Teaching Excellence Framework sponsored by the government. Here the commentary reads, and I quote, "Based on the evidence available, the panel judged that Nottingham Trent University delivers consistently outstanding teaching, learning and outcomes for its students. It is of the highest quality found in the UK." Now, I know that most prospective students look at the league tables published in national newspapers. I've already mentioned our recent recognition in the version in the Times and Sunday Times. However, the latest ranking, published in The Guardian, which probably gives the best representation of the current standing of UK universities, puts NTU 16th. Of course, the achievements of the university overall are built upon the exceptional education provided to our students in each of our academic schools. I would like to share briefly with you a few highlights from within your own school. In 2017, NTU was named among the top 10% of art and design education providers in the world by the QS World University Subject Rankings. The Guardian League table mentioned a moment ago placed a number of art and design courses in the top 10 in the country, including fashion and textiles in the top 4, and design, crafts, film and photography in the top 8. The Summer Degree Show this year was one of the largest exhibitions of final year art and design student work in the UK, and featured the work of over 1,300 students. The outstanding work of our students this year has been recognised through major industry awards across the disciplines, both during the show and afterwards. For example, 5,000 students from 37 UK and 51 international institutions participated in the 2018 Graduate Fashion Week in London. The event, showcasing the best new fashion design talent, saw NTU students winning the top industry awards for visionary knitwear, sports and leisure wear, and accessories. These are just 3 of the many awards won this year and exemplify the creativity and talent of all our students across the school. Guests, students, colleagues, for everything we have achieved together this year, please join me once again for a big collective round of applause. Now, before the Vice-Chancellor confers your degrees, I would like to present an award to a member of staff who has excelled in particular. The Vice-Chancellor's Teaching Award recognises and celebrates inspirational teaching at Nottingham Trent University. To win this prestigious award, an academic must be nominated by peers or alumni, demonstrably create memorable, positive learning experiences, embody their discipline, practice or profession, and be a catalyst for change in their students. Tim Rundle, Principal Lecturer and Course Leader in Fashion, Marketing, Management and Communication in the School of Art and Design, has been nominated for his absolute commitment to his discipline, student learning and achievement. Tim's students have won numerous national and international awards and gone on to successful careers in industry. Over 30 of his students, for example, have secured positions internationally with L'Oréal. So Tim's 30-year commitment to student success within and beyond NTU, nationally and internationally, and glowing testimonials from alumni and peers are evidence of the transformative impact that Tim has had on students, but also on the advance of his discipline. Vice-Chancellor, it gives me very great pleasure to present Tim Rundle to receive the Vice-Chancellor's Outstanding Teacher Award for an Established Teacher. I now invite the Dean of the School of Art and Design, Michael Marsden, to read the names of today's graduands, and the Vice-Chancellor will admit you to your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduands. Vice-Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from the School of Art and Design. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Fashion Accessory Design, Paige Bignell. Alexandra Bayer. Zay Chan. Jessica Lewis. Georgia Hudson. Kate Malpass. Georgia McKenna. Essie Puri. Essie also receives the prize of Graduate Fashion Week YKK Award. Nancy Pomfret. Amber Rose. Yang Shun. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Fashion Communication and Promotion, Francesca Adams. Arud Aftab. Millie Anscombe. Georgia Appleby Cummins. Gemma Barham. Benedetta Baruco. Brittany Bayliss. Georgina Bell. Evelyn Bellis. Lucy Bosley. Chloe Brewer. Eleanor Brown. Grace Bullock. Nina Burrell. Fiona Carr. Lana Cavan. Tiong Shan. Isabella Christian. Nicola Clarkson. Hannah Cole. Emma Cook. Lauren Croden. Janelo Cruz. Michaela Cullen. Tasmin Curtis. Bethany Davidson Bauman. Courtney Delaney. Misha Double. Amy Dryan. Phoebe Dunbar. Georgina Duncan. Amber Fenner. Chloe Friedland. Kate Ferguson. Jessica Forgy, who also receives the prize of Young Creative Awards Graphic Design winner. Jodie Gardner. Alina Gibson. Pira Gonya. And Hannah Goldman. Emily Gooder. Ruby Goom. Natasha Greenwood. Emily Hamlin. Amber Harrison. Imogen Harrison. Lucy Hayward. Amy Hurd. Isla Hearn. Amelia Hobson. Adirin Holt. Abigail Homer. Javant Howell. Zoe Hurst. Courtney Hutchinson. Charlotte Ingman. Sherry Johnson. Julia Jones. Fari Khan. Flavia Labinotti, Kira Lambert, Makina Lamont, Danielle Lawrence, Ella Lee, Amber Lloyd, Daisy Longdon, Elise Lorenzo, Taylor Lucas, Nadia Makari, Stacey Machin, Phoebe Master, Charlotte Meachin, Amy Mercado, Roma Mitchell, Elise Morgan, Darcy Murphy, Rachel Murphy, Isabel Newton, Harriet Ogden, Shelby Phillips, Isabel Platt, Hannah Pratt, Emily Price-Such, Anna Prophet, Zoe Pullinger, Sanjay Aragu, Bethan Randall, Ella Richards, Saskia Rambo, Kelsey Robinson, Saskia Rodriguez, Neve Ryan, Sariya Sandhu, Eleanor Sexton, Olivia Shadbolt, Gabriella Smallwood, Melissa Smithson, Lucy Stafford, Jessica Stein, Nia Stiley, Lily Stoner, Sophia Stornak, Gina Stewart, Natalie Tarhan, Alexandra Taylor, Sarika Tapar, Francis Tilstone, Alicia Travis, Holly Williamson, Chloe Wilson, Hannah Wood, Sarah Wood Bowen, Rebecca Wookie, and Katie Writing. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in fashion design, Aisha Asif. Zuning Bai. Rachel Bateman Stansfield. Grace Bates. Isabel Bentley. Lee Bojan. Jacqueline Bartwee. Kia Bowers. Sophia Brockhouse. Chloe Brown. Lee Burton. Georgina Chad. Sinuta Chin Chilawa. Sean Chambers. Deshpinar Kashidi Kiz. Suan Chen. Kuyun Chen. Yi Chen. Hu Chuen. Constantino Christoforou. Georgia Clements. Melissa Cohen. Lauren Cook. Grace Costin. Emily Courtfirth. Beth Cummings. Molly Dilts. Rebecca Dixon. Rachel Dolly, who also receives the prize of Sports Direct competition. Sean Drackard. Alana Duthry. Natalie Fearon. Gemma Gilbert. Robert Goddard. Alexa Goldstein. Eleanor Greensill. Holly Hainsworth. Amelia Hussain. Rua Chang Wan. Lara Hussain. Lucy Inkley. Jasmine Janu. Christy Johnson. Paige Kempton. Catherine Kidder. Amy King. Young Lam. Victoria Lees. Rebecca Lennox, who also receives the prize of the Halls and Curtis Designing a Printed T-shirt competition. Wenting Lee. Andrea Louisa Kiraldu. Kate Lumley. Georgia Lynn, who also receives the prize of Graduate Fashion Week Sports and Leisure Wear Award. Okay. Kate Martin. Melissa Martens. Laura Milburn. Jade Mitchell. Halima Nasser. Andra Nister, who also receives the prize of Young Ideas Fashion Illustrated competition. Amber Osgood, who also receives the prize of Paul Smith Menswear competition winner. Robin Pennant. Hui Fong Fern. Baveen Fuel. Patricia Roszinska, Radha Radwan, Ellen Reynolds, Lucy Robb, Catherine Ruff, Vonga Ruzif, Amber Senior, Narso, Eleanor Steele, Maxwell Summerton, Trang Tar, Courtney Tu, Louise Todd, Bei Yi Ye, Sophie Young, Ting Rong Zhong, Jing Ju, Jun Ju, Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in fashion knitwear design and knitted textiles, Ya Duar. Holly Macaulay. Kate Bailey, who has also received the award of the Stradivarius shortlist. Alice Beadle, who also receives the prize of the Worshipful Company of Framework Knickers Bursary Awards and the Fashan Fashion Knitwear Award. Lauren Beamer, who also receives the prize of Erdem Prize. Jessica Boyle. Jacaranda Brain, who also receives the prize of Graduate Fashion Week Visionary Knitwear winner. Joanna Bray. Catherine Brearley, who receives the prize of the IFTI shortlist. Chloe Brooks. Isabel Brown. Charlotte Bull. Freya Butler, who also receives the prize of the Shima competition. Caitlin Chapman. Georgina Chase. Emily Clark. Lydia Collins, who has also received a commendation for the Breadfile Textiles Prize. Rachel Coppard. Abby Darch. Tilly Dennis. Eleanor Drain, who also receives a prize of the Worshipful Company of Framework Knitters Bursary Award. Abigail Evans. Jacqueline Francis, who also receives the prize of the IFTI shortlist. Christine Ho. Lucy Hughes. Helen Kay. Mikhail Lesin Davis. Kirby Marlowe. Natalie McLaughlin, who also receives the prize of the IFTI shortlist. Harriet Meakin, who receives the prize of the Asset Placement Award. Verity Miller. Pearl Mumharver. Matthew Pallett. Danielle Patterson, who receives the prize of the Bradford Textiles Commendation. Charlotte Platten. Alexandra Rains. Chloe Roberts. Rowan Saunders. Chloe Thurlow, who also receives the prize of the Erdem winner. Emma Trustwell. Jessica Turner. Hannah Walsh. Eve Williams, who also receives the prize of the John Lewis Award. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of students from the School of Art and Design. I'm pleased to invite Melanie Curry to the stage to give the oration for the honorary graduate, David Collier, and to present him to the Vice-Chancellor to receive his award.
Vice-Chancellor, guests, it is my pleasure and privilege to present David Collier, OBE, former Chief Executive of the England and Wales Cricket Board, to receive an honorary doctorate at this morning's graduation. During his 10-year tenure as Chief Executive, England won the Ashes 4 times, the World T20, and reached #1 in the Test rankings. David led the bid team, which won the rights to stage 2 World Cups, a Champions Trophy, and a T20 World Cup to England and Wales. In 2014, David was awarded the OBE for his services to cricket. Locally, he held the position of CEO at Trentbridge for Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club from 2000 to 2005. And served on the East Midlands Development Authority Tourist Committee. David was CEO when the inaugural T20 Finals Day was played in English cricket and Trent Bridge was selected as the first host venue. In 1964, David was at Trent Bridge when Graham Pollock made Test history, so Nottingham holds a very special place for David. In addition to his sporting career, David had a high-profile role in the travel and computer industries. He was president of AMR Services, managing a number of airport operations, primarily within Europe, and was part of the American Airlines acquisition team who bought out TWA in Europe. He became senior vice president of Amber Sabre, responsible for operations in more than 100 countries throughout Europe, Asia, Africa, Middle East, and the Pacific. As head of strategic planning, he led Sabre to deliver 37% of the world's travel reservations. David has supported trade missions in New Zealand, South Africa, Caribbean, India, Sri Lanka, Australia, Bangladesh, and the USA. He now chairs one of the UK's leading charities, the Lord Taverners, as well as serving as centenary president of the club. David has always had a passion for sport. As a competitor, he captained England universities at both cricket and hockey. He coached Bermuda at hockey and umpired the Hockey European Cup final. David subsequently became chairman of the International Hockey Rules Board and a tournament director at global sporting events. However, David is perhaps also known for his appointment to the board of 3 world governing bodies of sport: cricket, hockey, and rugby league, a unique achievement. Vice-Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you David Collier, OBE, being a person distinguished in eminence and by attainments for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, in recognition of his significant contribution to the development of cricket in England and Wales and his achievement in the field of sports administration.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, may I just begin by thanking Melanie Curry for those very kind words and that kind citation. I have to say it was a very significant contrast to my last event, which was on Saturday night at a dinner in London, in which I was introduced by the Toastmaster with the immortal words, "Ladies and gentlemen, please pray for the silence of David Collier." As Melanie said, Nottingham and the East Midlands are very, very dear to my heart. I grew up only a few miles away from here at Loughborough. And indeed, as Melanie mentioned, attended my first test match here in the 1960s, watching the Australians and the South Africans in those 2 years of 64 and 65. During my years at Trent Bridge, we witnessed the introduction of something that's become quite a phenomenon in world sport, and that was the introduction of 2020 cricket. And as Melanie mentioned, we hosted the first finals day. We completed the Radcliffe Road and the Fox Road stands, and through the East Midlands Development Authority, played quite a significant role in the local community, and that's something I will come back to. I think cricket in this city does show many parallels with this university as we celebrate the 175th anniversary of this magnificent institution. Going back to that period in 1840, William Clark, and for those of you who are cricket lovers who may have got down to Trent Bridge, you'll know that there's a stand there named after William Clark. But in 1840, he married the landlady of the Trent Bridge Inn, and the land to the rear of that inn was opened in 1841 as the Trent Bridge Cricket Ground. Clark was one of the first men to commercialise sport and the game of cricket, and he created an All-England 11 that became the very forerunner to the very first national team, which was established in 1857. So it's perhaps fitting that it was in that very William Clark stand that at that first T20 finals day that it formed the centrepiece of what became quite a well-known concert that day because we had Atomic Kitten playing in the interval between the innings. And that was fraught with all sorts of problems because the girls were flying in from Newcastle. We were told that they were on the helicopter coming down. They'd got 25 minutes to get to the ground to play live on television. 23 minutes to go, no plane had taken off. And we were tracking this helicopter, no sign of it. Eventually, we found out that the girls had said, "We don't want to get on the helicopter," and they'd chartered a Boeing 737 and flown into East Midlands, only to arrive 1 minute before we were going live on television. So there's some of the flaws that you get when you're trying to do live events. But standing here before you today and thinking that many of you over the next few weeks will be taking up your future roles and future careers, I can recall that very shortly after I graduated, I was very kindly offered the role as number 2 at Essex County Cricket Club. Now, Essex at that time contained many of the great and good of English cricket on their committee. Likes of Trevor Bailey, Doug Insole, Brian Taylor, Keith Fletcher, Tiny Waterman. And so it was that I was told that my very first job in cricket was to make sure that we got our new overseas player, Norbert Phillip, who'd taken over from Keith Boyce, back from Dominica to play for Essex that season. So I very proudly attended my first ever county cricket committee meeting and reported that Norbert's house, his sponsored car, and his British West Indian Airways flight from Dominica to London had all been confirmed. All seemed to be going really well. And then a question came, a question from the back of the room. "Young man, how much have you paid for this flight?" I said, "Well, £109, sir." He said, "Well, young man, have you never heard of Freddie Laker?" Well, Laker, for those, I'm sure many of your parents will remember, he'd operated a very cheap airline, an EasyJet version of a long-haul carrier across the Atlantic. And he was flying from Gatwick to Miami for £59. And so next morning, tail between my legs, I went down to the local Thomas Cook and had to change the flight. And sure enough, that committee member was absolutely right. The total cost of the connecting flights and the SkyTrain flight across the Atlantic was indeed £98, saving us £11. And so Norbert flew from Dominica to Antigua, from Antigua to Barbados, from Barbados to Miami, from Miami to London Gatwick, and that's why he missed the first match of that season. I alluded to some similarities between the university and cricket, and I think that holds true for sport and entertainment in general. To play a proper and full role, sport must provide opportunities for participants from all backgrounds and play a key role at the heart of the community. To do that, broad partnerships need to be nurtured. And as graduates of this university, you should be very proud that NTU leads the way in this work within this very city. For me, my highlights, Melanie mentioned some of the wonderful moments that I had involved with cricket, but presenting England caps to our physical and disability sides, visiting a remarkable school in Calcutta called Future Hope, which has transformed children off the railways in Calcutta to academic and sports stars in India, and the work we do at the Lord's Taverners to provide opportunities to disadvantaged children was even more rewarding than when England won the World T20 in Barbados or the Ashes in 2005 or 2010. The smile which sport can put on the faces of the nation have been witnessed in the past month. And I think we've been really fortunate to be involved and see it firsthand. I managed to see it firsthand at Trafalgar Square with the Ashes reception in 2005, at the Women's World Cup win, and also at three of the greatest sporting events I've ever attended, the 2012 Olympics, the India versus Pakistan match in the Commonwealth Games hockey in Delhi, and the incredible sight just a few weeks ago that when Samoa played Tonga in New Zealand, an intermingling of two hackers and the absolute passion of those nation supporters. It was truly the most colourful and exciting and vibrant sporting event I've ever seen. So in closing today, I congratulate all of you on graduating today and hope, like me, that you'll recall your university's days as some of the very, very best experiences and joys of your life, and that you'll retain friendships for the rest of your life. I do hope that you take forward your experience of a supportive and inclusive community into your future careers, and I hope that you have as much luck as I have and I've enjoyed in my careers in both sport and the airline industry. Finally, may I extend my very warmest thanks and gratitude to the Vice-Chancellor, to the university for this wonderful honour, and I hope that every graduate today and the university continues to go from strength to strength, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduands. Vice-Chancellor, the following have also qualified for awards from the School of Art and Design. Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Fashion Management, Charlotte Bell. Bethany Collins. Eleanor Cruikshank. Shi Ding. Cherry Dunford. Emily Glassberg. Olawatorin Idu Wu. Holly Irwin. Naomi Jackson. Wenhui Ji. Laura Kennedy. Kamakashi Parak. Jennifer Pickard. Ellie Regan. Misha Sandhu. Melissa Shakiri Bibiarani, who also receives the prize of the Textile Distributors Association Gwen Stevenson Award and joint winner from the full-time route. Wen Xuan Tang. Laura Weeks. Minji Yang. Zwitjing Yong. Chloe Andrews. Hannah Batt. Jasmine Baker. Hope Balbum. Lucy Bedford. Olivia Betsy. Lauren Bland. Raphael Buet. Stephanie Bunn. Wing Chan. Imogen Chilton. Abby Clark. Francesca Clemens. Rachel Connolly. Eleanor Cronk. Amelia Diamond. Lauren East. Lauren Entwistle. Isabella Fattar. Hannah Fisk. Hannah Gardner. Lisa Gilby. Antonia Gilmore. Megan Grady. Chloe Granger. Kerry Harris. Katie Hayward. Sophie Hayward-Jones. Louise Hoblin. Anita Iowanayak. Poppy Johnson. Brittany Jarman. Annie Johnston. Nadia Kamoli. Natalia Kaur. Lillian Leiji. Olivia Leiji. Whitney Limbu. Taylor Long. Maisie Middleton, Danica Mistry, Sophie Moore, who also receives the prize, the Textile Distributors Association Gwen Stevenson Award. Grace Snowden, Abigail Norman, Melissa Orchard, Lucy Parker, Alexandra Parsons, Ella Phelan, Ellie Power-Riley, Babita Pun, Isabel Quayle, Monica Wren, Holly Richardson, Sean Rhimes, Florence Savino, Emily Shawcross, Laura Sheehan, Jamie Smith, Phoebe Smith, Storm Smith, Joanna Sten, Caritia Stevens, Katie Stevens, Claire Tuckett, Juliet Wall, Gemma Walsh, Francesca Wilmot Bollard, Stephanie Woods, Louisa Yearley, Safari Young, Georgia Youngs, Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Fashion Marketing and Branding, Xia Xing Li, UX in Ran Lu, Mi Kei Tan, Pik Lee Yo, Alice Aparichu, Molly Balson Muir, Shannon Barker, Poppy Beckett, Oliver Berg, Adam Bitton, Zara Bond, Fleur Brass, Emma Bridges, Sophie Cantor, Sin Shak, Mei Yin Chan, Jasmine Shima, Rosie Claypole, Grace Creed, Gaia Du, Chloe Dosett, Elise Ferguson, Naomi Gibson, Claire Gleason, Katie Glossop, Catherine Goldsmith, Isabel Going, Samuel Grady, Hannah Grantham, Eleanor Gray, Lee Grice, Zara Griffith, Catherine Haddon, Nicola Hardy, Martha Hills, Rebecca Hine, Hugh Ho, Emily Hood, Tilly Howard, Jenny Sahung, Emily Hutchin, Ella Josie, Elizabeth Kiesler, Olivia Lang, Madeline Little, Xing Lu, Chloe Mayer, Tasmin Marks, Ruth Marlowe, Maya McLean, Holly Meller, Lily Micklethwaite, Kaylee Miller-Leslie, Emma Mitchell, Holly Malloy, Lucy Moore, Abigail Nicholson, Sophie Otwell, Adria Pescaki V. Siut, Crystal Patel, Rebecca Peters, Tanya Pinuri, Elizabeth Reed, Hannah Ryan, Georgina Sandar, Poppy Smith, Daniela Soma Ogiani, Anastasia Sorokina, Sarah South, Sophie Stowe, Molly Sullivan, Jace Tae-Ji Yi, Holly Thomas, Nathan Walker, Amel Wiltshire, Olivia Weiss, Hanshou Zhao, Daniela Woodland, Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in International Fashion Business, Rachel Barder, Sophia Bell, Esme Benson, Nicole Behrens, Ashton Bryan, Alan Caselaw, Shalene Shakanawanawala, Louise Connor, Lauren Deere, Jodie Goosen, Ashley Graham, Marina Hoskin, Rachel James, Tasmin Johnson, Anne Kemp, Cynthia Lawrence, Gracie Leanne Ann Tu, Yaz Luffy Cameo, Emily Mercado, Samantha Marciel, Simran Muta, Harshita Nagi, Julia Reid, Nicole Rigby, Shannon Ritchie, James Shirley, Sonrata Stakunate, Abigail Stokes, Sybil Turkman, Sienna Watson, Shu Yam, Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in textile design, Perveen Ali, Arushi Anand, Rachel Appleby, Rebecca Bartlett, who also receives the prize of the Jules Women's Wear winner and the DFS Interior Finishings. Laura Blakely, Hannah Bond, Phoebe Bonnell, who also receives the prize of the Ann Inc. New York Graduate Internship Award. Emily Brackenberry, who also receives the prize of the Jules Women's Wear Award. Emma Kane, Simone Callis, Scarlett Chambers, Eleanor Cohen, Zoe Cohen, Katie Colpin, who also receives the prize of the Ann Inc. New York Internship Graduate Award. Georgina Dawson, Sophia DeBear, who also receives the prize of Jules Women Wear Award. Charlotte Diamond, Frances Diamond, Kiana Dowse, Catriona Elvin, who also receives the prize of the DFS Interior Furnishings Award. Tamara Emanuel, Lauren Evans, Jade Goodwin, Denisha Gordon, Katie Hackett, Anna Haig, Shannon Hawley, Anna Hull, Katie Hurst, Jessica James, Lucy Knight, Sophie Mann, Georgina Maudlin, Kirsty McIntyre, Nicole Millington, Bethany Moffat, Lucy Newbold, Clarissa Nili Starini Lim, Charlotte Orr, Sophia Peterson-Janes, Nikita Potter, Suzanne Redwell, Sophie Regis, Halima Rowe, Emily Rowland, who also receives the prize of the Worshipful Company of Dyers Award and the prestigious Textiles Award, Bradford Textile Society competition. Louisa Shaw, Yuxi Shen, who also receives the prize of the Charter Society of Designers Award and the Charter Society Award for Textile Design. Catherine Small, who also receives the prize of the Anne Inc. New York Graduate Insured Award. Aoife Thomas. Tabitha Walsh. Shelley Walton. Alice Waugh. Ruby Weeks, who also receives the prize of the DFS Interior Awards. Susanna Wheatcroft. Harriet Whitbread. Georgia Willett. Tilly-Ann Williams. Emma Wilson, who also receives the prize of the Stilvan Waters and Son Award. Hannah Woodland, who also received the prize of DFS Interiors Awards. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Art and Design and concludes the presentation of awards to the students of this ceremony. In absentia, Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those students who have not been presented to you in person but have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these students are worthy of their degrees and I stand as proxy. Nicole Rigby, who earlier received a Bachelor of Arts degree with honours for International Fashion Business, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, friends, family and fellow graduates, I'd like to start how grateful I am to be chosen on behalf of the rest of the fashion courses to thank the people that have got us here today. Now, back when we started, I bet we didn't realise the real reason we came to Nottingham, for most of us, was to discover that our passion for VKs and snake bites, with our feta and spinach pastries from Bonington, and learning to pick the perfect meal deal from Tesco. Or even be camping outside for tickets at Ocean, or actually that we should have paid rent to the library rather than our actual accommodation. But most importantly, I think by coming to Nottingham and the diversity of the students, we learn truly to appreciate the different cultures, lifestyles and life skills which necessarily some of us wouldn't experience from home. And with such short a space of time, you create a friendship network that only spreads across the country but across the world. Now, I'll try and keep it short and sweet because I imagine everyone's a little bit hot and a bit wants to celebrate. So firstly, I'd like to thank our staff because quite frankly, we wouldn't be here without you. From our lecturers and tutors to our technicians, you've literally been the glue that kept it all together. When we was having our little meltdowns because Adobe wasn't working, mid-presentation when we've lost our prompt cards, or explaining referencing for the millionth time, which, by the way, we still don't get. Secondly, I'd like to thank our family and friends who's coached and supported us through the highs and lows of the past 3 to 4 years, keeping us all sane, whether it was a little late-night call, a little pat on the head, or making us laugh until we cried, or slipping that extra £5 into our pocket every time we visited home. Finally, I would like to congratulate all you lovely students. We've made it. We've aged about 10 years, but we've done it. We've passed, and we're all leaving here with our heads held high. On behalf of the university, I'd like to wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavours, wherever you may go. Remember to thrive off adventure and succeed for yourself. Thank you, class of 2018.
Well, graduates, doesn't that sound good? Graduates of 2018, let me add my congratulations to those of the Deputy Vice-Chancellor and wish you every success in the future. And also express my thanks to our honorary graduate, David Collier, OBE, for being here today and sharing his experience with us. Now, when he started talking about a musical performer, I was thinking his taste would be Beethoven, maybe, Duke Ellington, Cliff Richard, Atomic Kitten. Of all the musical acts I thought you were going to get to, it'd take me a long time to get to Atomic Kitten. Can you perform a song by Atomic Kitten? You can't? I couldn't even hum a tune, but maybe you all can? No, good, so we won't do that then. Tim Rundle, who got the Teaching Award, that's the biggest ovation I've ever heard for a recipient of a Teaching Award in my 4 years doing ceremonies. So Tim, you should be very proud, and clearly you all appreciate him, so thank you for that. And also Nicole for a very eloquent and amusing vote of thanks, thank you. It's always great to see students be so accomplished in their vote of thanks, and it makes it even harder to follow with my small presentation. So my colleagues and I came into university life for moments like these, and we celebrate the success of another group of young people who are about to go out to make the world a better place. And at the start of the ceremony, you heard about some of the accolades that have been received by NTU in the last 12 months. Well, my promise to you is that we'll continue to work hard to make sure that you will always be proud of us as we are proud of you today. And we hope that as you take the next steps in your careers, you'll become our greatest ambassadors. Remember that although you've all now graduated, you remain a member of our NTU global family. There are well over 200,000 NTU alumni around the world, and you can enjoy support and encouragement and advice from both the alumni network but also from our employability team. So do find out more by visiting the NTU alumni website. And perhaps in time, consider how you could help future generations of students, as some alumni will have helped you, with lectures, placements, careers advice, funding scholarships. But that is for the future. Today, enjoy your success with your tutors, family and friends. And I invite you all now to join us for celebratory refreshments in the Newton Building. Graduates and guests, please stand for the processional music and remain standing till the platform party has left the hall. I declare this graduation ceremony closed.